This is the NVDA 1-month overview reading for September 2022. It's currently August 18th, 2022, 7:48 p.m. The overall theme and behavior is a move higher through resistance. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through that same price level. It's crossed with a notable decline as well, so it looks like after that peak, there's a notable drop. A lot of price movement in the drop. Behavior on the high on a year-to-date chart, there'll be a reversal around the month's high that will stand out on a year-to-date chart, and there will be a notable decline into the low on at least a 1-month chart. It'll stand out, a notable decline. Matter of fact, they should say the same thing. At least a 1-month chart, the reversal will stand out around the month's high. But at the month's low, notable decline on a 1-month chart offers an opportunity to open up a long position. On the first, we have a period of volatility that ends with a fast, sudden move to the upside. There's two local highs and one local low. So on a 1-day chart of the first, we would see two prominent highs. One that involves a notable decline off of it due to multiple headwinds, and another one, it looks like a big move to it and a big move out of it as well. So two local lows. The that's the two local highs, and the local low, we attempt to establish support at the low, and it's a good price point to open up a long position, it appears, or possibly to cash out of short positions. On the second, we have multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance. There's two local highs and one local low as well, and they're the same kind of thing. So we'll have one local high that forms, involving multiple headwinds. It'll get pushed. The price will get pushed back down, forming the high, and then the other one, there'll be a notable move on a 1-day chart to meet it, and a notable move out of it on a 1-day chart. Good price point at the low to open up a long position as well. We have no market on the 5th, it's closed. On the 6th, we have a notable move to the upside, a lot of movement higher. There's one local high that forms after a good rally on a 1-month chart. It'll stand out. There's two local lows that form, a swing trade opportunity, and one local high. Well, one local high forms when we have a big move to the upside, and then out of the high we have a big move down as well. The two local lows, one that forms when we revisit a past problem, there's a flight to safety. The other one will form, it involves a rally higher that marks an opportunity to open up a short position. The swing trade opportunity, it involves a move higher through resistance. We stay above it briefly, and we break back down through the same price level. I'm sorry, guys, I have something in my throat. And that marks an opportunity to open up a swing trade. It's a move higher through resistance, stay above it briefly, break back down through the same price level. On a 1-day chart, it'll stand out. On the 7th, we have 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level. Looks like on the 3rd cross, there's a confirmation of a bullish trend. It doesn't seem to hold because of the local high here that we have on the 7th. So on a 1-day chart, the one prominent high that'll stand out, there's a notable decline on a 1-day chart out of that high, and a similar thing for the low, the day's low as well. On the 8th, we have correlation to a notable decline, so we should see some significant decline on the 8th. There's one local low that forms on the 8th. It looks like it's early in the day. Either that or we have a low late in the day on the 7th and another low here on the 8th. There's a notable decline there. And then the one local low forms from a big move to the downside. There's also a notable move out of it. On the 9th, we have correlation to the month's first major trough. There's a decline that increases with momentum moving into the end of the day. And a lot of price movement towards the end of the day to the downside, it looks like. Just a lot of decline here. Looks like over the weekend we gapped down, a lot of decline here, and then on the 12th we open at a gap down, and there's a fast sudden move to the upside. It looks like we go from a month's low, our first main low here, I think, And we have a pop to the upside out of that low. It looks like we may even have a month's crest here. There's a lot of movement going on here. Remember, guys, this is where Mercury retrograde's influence starts. The likelihood of a lot of volatility in this week here is high. It's very high, so this is realistic to see a drop to a low here, and then at the end of the day, we've pushed higher. Looks like into a month's high, either on the 12th or the 13th, or a prominent crest at least. But I'm thinking a month's high here. That notable move where we have that move higher through resistance, the theme move, where we move higher through resistance, we stay above it briefly, and we break back down through the same price level, and that's on a multi-day chart. It looks like it's here, guys, the 12th, 13th, and 14th. We have rallying, what appears to be the beginning of a rally here on the 13th. Out of a local low. The local low, there's a rally out of it, offering an opportunity to open up a short position. It looks like we have a high on the 13th early in the day. And then on the 14th, that rally breaks down through a diagonal trend line that it was moving higher along. But it breaks down, first it has a fast sudden move to the upside, and then it breaks down through a diagonal trend line with increasing volatility on the way down. So we likely move higher, we're above the resistance level here, at least early on the 13th, and we break back down through it here, it looks like on the 14th. Late on the 12th, we break up above it, we're above it on the 13th, it looks like we're back down below it by the end of the 14th. Another high correlation here as well, so we likely go for break back down. There's a high on the 13th of the 14th, a month's high on the 13th of the 14th, then we break back down to a prominent trough or a month's low on the 14th. On the 15th, we have erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level. In the midst of that erratic behavior, there's one local high that will form. Out of the local high, well, first off, it's a crest that was recently a past opportunity, and out of that local high and a recent past opportunity, there's a notable decline on a one-day chart. On the 16th, we have a notable amount of volatility here on the 16th. There is a correlation to a sharp decline on the 16th, and then there's one local low, a big move into it and a big move out of it, one swing trade opportunity, and it involves the halting of a bullish trend marked by a decline through a key support level, and that would be on a one-day chart. There's also what appears to be the beginning of at least a little bit of a rally in here too, so like playing both sides of the market using strangle or straddle here, or covering a long position with puts. There's an opportunity in this volatility to do that. Looks like we likely open lower on the 19th. And then we move, there's an unexpected move to the upside early in the day, and a swing trade opportunity around overbought territory on RSI. We decline. There's a halting of a bullish trend marked by a notable decline through a key support level on a one-day chart, and we break down through that with profit taking off of our high RSI. On the 20th, we have sideways fluctuations with a bullish trend that precedes a decline. There's a swing trade opportunity in there involving a move higher through resistance on a one-day chart and then breaking back down through it shortly thereafter. The one local low that we'd see on a one-day chart of the 20th, it involves a rally that offers an opportunity to open up a short position. It is possible that we have a crest here on the 21st. We have a move higher, successfully turning resistance into new support. Out of a one local low, that there was a notable decline to meet the local low. And then there's swing trade opportunity when we're rotating sideways along support. There's a swing trade opportunity, either a cash-in opportunity or an adjustment opportunity. On the 22nd, we have the completion of a bullish trend marked by, from the local high on the 22nd, a notable decline. There's also a notable decline on a one-day chart to meet the local low on the 22nd. On the 23rd, looks like we have another prominent trough here. Could be another month's low here, but it looks like a prominent trough on the 23rd. And there's a move higher pushing the upper end of a range higher. Out of the local high on the 23rd, there's a notable decline on a one-day chart. On the 26th, we have a breakout I'm advised that there's bullish deception here. So we have a breakout on the 23rd out of a low that marks, there's a rally out of that low and a breakout, and that rally marks an opportunity to open up a short position. There's a breakout here. Do not trust the breakout. On the 27th, we failed to break through key resistance level on a one-day chart and break down through key support on a one-day chart. There's a notable move to meet the low and a notable move out of the low. It looks like we have another big decline on the 28th. It's correlated to the universe card again. There's a fake out here, an intentional fake out or shake out of some kind, some chart behavior that's intentionally intended to create impulsive decisions on the retail investor's part. I mean, it'll stand out on a 1 month chart. On the 29th, we have another move to the upside that will stand out on a 1 month chart. There's a notable move to meet the local high and a notable move down out of the local high as well. One local low on the 29th when we revisit past problems, and there's a flight to safety through a key support level. On the 30th, another prominent low here. This could be a month's low here. It's possible that there's a month's low here, but very strong indications of a month's low on either side of a month's high here, and then there's a prominent month's trough and a prominent month's trough on the 30th as well. On the 30th, we have 3 pokes through the same price level, and then we have a notable decline on a one-day chart stands out off of that third poke. Looks like a rally may even begin here at the end of the day on the 30th, something to be aware of. We'll have to look closer at the following month's reading. And that's NVIDIA, guys, for September 2022. A lot of volatility in this week here, guys, the 12th to the 16th, so look out for that. Let me know you like this by hitting the like button, share with your friends, don't forget to subscribe, and most importantly, my friends, when you make money from this reading, take a little bit of it. It's the law of karma. Believe me, you want to follow. Take 10% of what you make profit-wise, put it aside, cut it in half, give half of that to somebody who doesn't expect it, who needs it, pay it forward, keep the flow going. The other half of that, send it back to Approveb's Cash App and support the team here. Show some gratitude. Gratitude begets gratitude. And then the remaining 90%, do what you got to do with it, man or woman. Just make sure you do it out of love. As long as you do it out of love, you're good to go. The universe is going to send it back to you tenfold in all directions. I'll see you on the next one.